শুরু করেন সমস্যা নেই। ওদের সবসময় রেডি, ওদের রেডি সবসময়
রেডি। পজিশন ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ, আপনি শুরু করে দিয়েছি কিন্তু।
ওকে,
বোর্ড হয়ে গেছে ছোট।
Good morning, dear learners. Hope you all are safe and sound. I would like to welcome you here this virtual class. Here I am Polash Kanti Bishwas, an assistant teacher of English in Satkhira Government High School with you. I am going to take a class on English grammar. Before we get started our class, I want to say to you dear learners, please be seated, relaxed, and take an exercise book and a pen for important notes. You know, in the JSC examination, there are many kinds of grammar. We are going to discuss one item today. Besides the JSC examinations, this item is also very important for the students of class 9 and class 10. So, hope that all the students from class 8 to 10 will be benefited by the class. This time, look at the board, what I am writing here. Invent plus or. That means inventor. Drive plus R. That means driver. In plus complete. That means incomplete. After that, un plus happy. That means unhappy. Dear learners, can you tell me what is our today's topic? Try to guess. Yes, you are right. Our today's topic is suffix and prefix. Today we are going to discuss suffix and prefix. What is suffix? What is suffix? Suffix is a letter or a group of letters added at the end of a word to make another word. This is the definition of suffix. You can also say suffix is a letter or a group of letters added at the back of a word to change its meaning. Now look at the examples. Here, invent is the keyword. That means base word or root word. and we use here or, and here drive is the root of and we use here are. These are and or. That means this letter or a group of letters is called suffix. Dear learners, when we add a letter or a group of letters at the end, that means at the back of the root word, it is called suffix. Hope you have got the point. Now we are going to see what is prefix. What is prefix? Prefix is a letter or a group of letters added to the front of a word to make another word. You can also say prefix is a letter or a group of letters added to the beginning. Added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. Now look at these examples. Here complete is the root word. We use here in at the front of the root word complete, and here happy is the root word. We use here an at the front of the root word happy. That means the new words are incomplete and unhappy. When we add a letter or a group of letters at the front, that means at the beginning of the root word, they are called prefix. So dear learners, what is the difference between suffix and prefix? When we add a letter or a group of letters at the end, that means at the back of the root word, it is called suffix. And when we add a letter or a group of letters at the front, that means at the beginning of a root word, it is called prefix. Hope you have understood the difference between suffix and prefix. Okay, now we are going to see another example. Dear learners, hope you are going to write down the important notes with me. Am I right? Yes. Here, un plus sweet plus able. That means unsuitable. That means unsuitable. Here the middle part of the word is root word. You can say it also base word. So what is the root word here? Yes, sweet is the root word here. And here we get an prefix at the front of the root word sweet, and we also get able suffix at the back of the the root of sweet. That means we use here both suffix and prefix. So what is it called? Do you know? Yes, it is affix. What is affix? What is affix, dear learners? Can you say what is affix? When we use both suffix and prefix with a root odd, it is called affix. When we use both suffix and prefix with the root odd, it is called affix. Okay. Then we are going to see other examples. Dear learners, please write down the important notes. Use plus full, un plus happy. Here use is the keyword, that means root word. We use full suffix here, and here happy is the root word. We use un prefix here, that means the new words are useful and unhappy. Dear learners, can you say what are they called? Try to guess. It's a new item for the grade 8, but for the students of class 9 and 10, it is quite easy. You can easily answer this question. Yes, this is derivatives. Here, useful and unhappy are called derivatives. What is derivative? What is derivative? The other form of a root odd is called derivative. Dear learners, we have already learned 4 definitions. What are they? At first, we have learned the definition of suffix, then prefix, after that affix, and now derivative. Dear learners, now I want to say to you dear learners, if you want to learn all the suffixes and prefixes, and if you don't know where to put the right word, it will be trouble for you. That means your answer will be wrong. We need to learn the positions of suffixes and prefixes. That means the positions of parts of speech, and we will learn that. Dear learners, if you learn the English grammar separately, it will help you. You need grammar rules, but along with the grammar rules, you need to know how to apply the rules. That's why we will discuss the positions of parts of speech. Mainly, we will learn the positions of 4 parts of speech. Which 4? Yes. Noun, adjective, verb, and adverb. Why 4? I think you know, for suffixes and prefixes, we need to add a letter or a group of letters at the front of the root word or at the back of the root word. That means we have to change the form of parts of speech, and only these 4 parts of speech, that means only noun, adjective, verb, and adverb form can be changed. That is the reason. Hope you have understood. Now we are going to learn the positions of different 4 parts of speech step by step. At first, we are going to see the positions of noun. Dear learners, at first I am going to write down some sentences. After we will discuss it. Kindness is a great virtue. Second one, he enjoys happiness. Third on, his knowledge on English is really praiseworthy. The last one is the importance of communication. Should not be overlooked. Dear learners, I have write down 4 sentences here. Now I am going to discuss the positions of noun here. At first, sentence number 1, kindness. Here kindness is noun. What is the position of kindness here? Can you guess? Yes, it's the subject position. That means here kindness is used object. Now look at 2. He enjoys happiness. He subject, enjoys verb, and happiness noun. What is the position of happiness here? You know, they are learners. After verb, mainly object stands. And here happiness is used as an object. Now look at the next one. His. What is his? You know, they are learners. That means which form is his. We know the 3 forms of pronoun. What are they? First one is subjective form, then objective form, and what is the another one? Yes, the another one is possessive, and here is possessive, and knowledge is noun here. So dear learners, what is the position of knowledge in this sentence? Yes, after possessive. After possessive. Now the last one. What is it? It is be. But my question is, what is be in grammar? Yes, it is an article, and after article, noun stands. What is it? It is of. No, my question is to you. Which parts of speech is of? Yes, of is preposition, and after preposition, this communication is noun. So dear learners, what are the positions of noun? Here we have got 2 positions here. After article and preposition. Dear learners, we have got 5 positions of noun here. Let's repeat after me so that you can understand the positions of noun clearly. First one is as a subject, then as an object, after that after possessive, and the last one after article and preposition. Dear learners, hope you have got the point. Now we are going to discuss the next one. What is the next one? The next one is adjective. Positions of adjective. At first, I am going to write down some sentences. An honest man is respected by all. Is respected by all. Number 2. People seem happy. And the last one, the book is very interesting. Look at the board. Here, man is noun, and honest, honest adjective. So what is the position of adjective here? Before noun. Before noun. Before noun. Next one, people seem happy. Here people, subject, seem, seem, linking verb. Seem, linking verb. And after linking verb, adjective can start. And here, happy is adjective. So, what is the position of happy in this sentence? After linking verb. Now, we are going to look the last one. The book. It's a subject. Is verb very? Which parts of the speech is very? Yes, very is adverb. And here interesting is adjective. So, what is the position of interesting here? After adverb. After adverb. Dear learners, we have got three positions of adjective here. First one is before noun, then after linking verb, and last one is after adverb. Now we are going to discuss the next one. What is the next one? Yes, the next one is verb. The next one is verb. Now we are going to discuss the positions of verb. Books enrich our knowledge. When the card of SGHS symbolizes our identity. And the next one is he always tries to enrich his knowledge. Dear learners, here books is subject. That means noun. And after subject, what is it? Enrich. And enrich is verb. So, what is the position of verb here? Yes, after subject. Now look at the second one. The card of SGHS. Do you know what is the meaning of SGHS? Yes, Satkhira Government High School. The card of SJSS, that means this card symbolizes our identity. Here, symbolizes is verb. So, what is the difference between first and second? First one is a single subject, that means a honored subject, and the second one, the card of SJSS, it's a long subject. So, verb can stand after a subject or after a long subject. Now, the next one, he always tries to enrich his knowledge. Here are two verbs. If there are two verbs, we can use to either ing with the next one. To plus enrich. That means to plus the present form of the verb, and it is called infinitive. So, dear learners, these are the positions of verb here. Now we are going to start the last phase. What is the last one? We have already learned the positions of noun, the positions of adjectives, the positions of verb, and what is the last one? Dear learners, what is the last one? Yes, the last one is positions of adverb. At first, I am going to write down some sentences. Recently, my brother has joined the army. Recently, my brother has joined the army. Second one, I usually go to school on foot. The next one, he has just finished the or. Last one, she goes to school regularly. The learners, look at the first one. Here, recently is adverb. And what is the position of recently in this sentence? Yes, you have got the right point. This is the initial part of the sentence. That means it's the initial position of sentence. Initial position. Now, look at the second one. I usually go to school on foot. Here, usually is adverb. And it is the middle part of the sentence. So, what is the position? Middle position. Middle position. Now look at the next one. He has just finished the one. Here just is adverb. And it's also the middle position. So we need not write down here. Now look at the last one. She goes to school regularly. Here regularly is adverb. And what is the position of regularly here? Yes, you have got the right point. It's the end position. It's the end position. Dear learners, we have seen 4 sentences here and we have got the 3 positions of adverb here. Let's repeat after me so that you can understand the positions of adverb clearly. First one is the initial position. Second and third ones are middle position. And last one is end position. Yes. Dear learners, we have learned the positions of different parts of speech today. Now tell me, you dear learners, tell me, what have we learned today? Today we have learned what are suffixes, prefixes, affixes, and what is the last one? Yes, derivatives. Derivatives. And we have also learned the positions of different 4 parts of speech in a context. Dear learners, you will practice all this as a homework. These are the things we have learned today. Dear learners, we are spending a very bad time. Please stay at home. Please don't go out frequently. If you really need to go out, please wear mask and maintain social distance. That's all from me today. Thank you very much, dear students. Bye.